Yo, welcome to Spectator Sporting. I'm Zach Roach along with my partner, Mr. Adi Wally. We got a big show for y'all today. You know we talking boxing. If we talking boxing, we got my man Byron in the building to school y'all on this thing. Big time weekend of boxing. But before we get into it, make sure y'all go on Spectator Sporting YouTube page, subscribe, like, comment. Go to TikTok. Go ahead and run those comments up. Keep giving Byron the business. And then make sure y'all, if you're in your car, go ahead and listen to it on Spotify. In a big-time WBO World Super Lightweight title fight, Shakur Stevenson put on a boxing clinic that should be studied against Teofimo Lopez. In his 140-pound debut, he dominated with a sharp jab, great defense, and speed. Shakur improves to 25-0, is now a 4-weight world champion. Teofimo Lopez falls to 22-2, 13 knockouts, and after the first round, we already knew he didn't have a chance in this fight, and we don't know what's next for him. So, Adi, talk to me about this fight. Shakur Stevenson absolutely dominated Teofimo.
Yeah, man, you know what? I didn't expect it to be this lopsided, okay? That was shocking domination. Byron did call it. The only thing that Teofimo could hit was the body. Over 80% of his landed punches went to the body. But Teofimo, he won the 8th round, and he also won the ring walk. Okay.
I ain't gonna front. I was like, oh, that's cold. That was one of the better entrances.
That shit was weak as hell.
That was a good entrance.
Them break dances,
they was killing it.
I wish I had both thumbs. Unfortunately, he couldn't get any points for that in the fight.
Yeah.
But Shakur, he won this fight on that quick jab and from a perfect distance. Quick jab from perfect distance. And whenever Teofimo Lopez tried to run up, he hit him with the jab. His step back game was on point, and he couldn't do anything with that jab. I mean, he landed over 100 jabs in that fight. And then the blood started flowing from Teofimo Lopez's eye, and Teofimo Lopez, his jab was non-existent in this fight. So a lot of experts thought that Teofimo Lopez would perform much better because he upset Lomachenko. But Lomachenko was at a height and reach disadvantage, and contrary to Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko wanted more of an inside fight, and Shakur wanted to focus on the outside boxing strategy.
Control him at distance.
Yeah. So and then that fight was 5 years ago. So I didn't put a lot of weight on that win over Loma. It was a great win, but I didn't put a lot of weight on that when predicting this fight. But Teofimo Lopez, I'm still surprised that he took this fight. I mean, so many guys.
Props for him for that, though.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I'm giving him props, bro. You gotta give him props.
Yeah, because so many people avoided Shakur. It was hard for him to get this big fight.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it.
Kid Austin Floyd Schofield wouldn't fight him. Lomachenko wouldn't fight him. Devin Haney wouldn't fight him.
Tank Davis.
Javante Tank Davis wouldn't fight him.
He'd rather fight his baby mama. It's crazy.
So, but Teofimo did accept the fight.
Yeah.
And now we see why so many people avoid him. Yeah, so.
Whatever, they stepped in the ring together, so that's all. They fought, okay? That's all we can say.
Yeah, I'm just surprised he signed up to fight Shakur, but we see why people avoid the man.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I don't even know if Teofimo won a round. You can argue the 8th round.
Yeah, 8th round. I'll say 8th round.
Yeah, but even that was like that could have, that was borderline. Byron, have at it. I know you've been telling us about Teofimo. You done gave him the nickname that is registered across the world. What's going on? What was your thoughts after watching Shakur absolutely dominate?
What happened? You're gonna hate yourself in the morning. Listen, man. You're gonna hate yourself.
Alright, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Y'all hate me because I'm husky. Y'all hate me because I'm handsome. You hate me the most because I'm fucking right. That's why you hate me. You hate me because I'm right about your favorite fighters. And this is a typical case of tomato canitis. Tomato canitis. The over attacking of tomato cans. And it becomes a slowness in your hands. As Shakur would say after the fight, he was so slow. And he just defeated him with his jab. Listen to this and see if this sounds familiar. 15.4% connect rate, 7% connect rate with his jabs, 23.2% to the body, or I'm not to the body, but power shots.
Okay.
This is what Shakur Stevenson does to elite talent. It's very easy for him. And it's because his defense is on par with the best in boxing. I can't see how you guys claim that you love this sport of boxing. You can look at Bivol and praise him and look at Shakur and say that he runs. I think Bivol moves more than Shakur.
That's good.
And
Actually, yeah.
Shakur Stevenson, what he can do to you on the front foot needs to be studied. It is elite. This is exactly how I knew he was going to fight this fight. I know many of you were praying for the Spectator Shakur Stevenson. I knew that wasn't going to happen. I knew he was an elite boxer, and Teofimo just didn't have any type of practice, any type of opponents that could prepare him for the offense that he needed in his fight. His jab was non-existent, which means his offense was non-existent. He had no way to get on the inside, and on top of all of this, he had the worst trainer in boxing in his corner.
Damn.
Imagine being in the fight of your life against Neo of the Matrix and going to your corner and seeing your dad, Papa, what can I do? And he tells you, use the force, Luke. This motherfucker didn't have no type of advice. It was like, remember your dog that you thought ran away? I killed him. I killed your dog. Now use your power and go punch. Where's the strategy? They promised us this strategy. They saw Shakur. They saw holes. And attacking the body was good, but it only lasted as long as Shakur didn't decide to step back and start rocking you with that right hand. And I believe the power of Shakur is what kept him very timid in this fight. And as to Teofimo being celebrated, for taking this fight, let's also say this is the same Teofimo who proclaimed that he would not fight any black fighters. This is the same Teofimo who got jealous of his own stablemates, Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and went on this whole tirade against Top Rank. You don't love me. I'm not fighting black fighters. No. He fought this fight because no one else would fight him. He went up to 147 trying to get a fight with Crocs. Crocs ran away from him. He didn't want to fight Hitchens. He didn't want to fight Russell. He walked into this fight because this was the last lucrative fight for Teofimo to take. He took it for the money. I knew his body language said he was going to get his ass whooped. I never saw any confidence in this man that they had something that they knew. I've been calling belt to ass since this shit was announced, and it was exactly how I played it out. And I didn't even give him a round in my imagination, but he won one round against Shakur Stevenson. You fans owe me an apology. This should be an apology video. It should be, I'm sorry, B, in the lines of everything. But, a couple people in the comment section have accused me of being racially biased in my commentary. And you know what? That hurts. So, there was something that Shakur Stevenson did in this fight that did make me upset. And it happened after the fight when he was being interviewed. And he wanted to give a shout out to his promoter, Eddie Hearn. And he said that Eddie Hearn was one of the best promoters in boxing. And Shakur Stevenson is a motherfucking lie. Because no. Eddie Hearn, on top of having Shakur Stevenson dominate Teofimo at 140, he also had a very underhanded victory that happened over in London town, happening against one Murtazaliev against Josh Kelly.
Yeah.
We saw the robbery of 26, a champion who went in and landed 93 total shots to 75 total shots. Both touched the campus, but if you watch this fight, the aesthetics of it, Murtazaliev threw 444 punches, Kelly threw 202. You talk about running, you talking about being on a bike. This dude ran this entire fight, and he was absolutely jobbed out of a decision. And Thursday, before this fight happened, Eddie Hearn would do an interview with Fight Hype where he would proclaim that a contract has already been signed for one Josh Kelly and one Crocs Ennis. This is an absolute boxing travesty. F you, Eddie Hearn. You are on my list. Back to you.
Hey, look, Shakur Stevenson. I mean, look, his last 2 fights, he showed everybody against Spectator that he can brawl if he needs to. He can go stand in the ring, but then Saturday night, he showed boxing excellence. I mean, the man put on the show, and I'm not gonna lie, it looked like he is about to take over the sport of boxing, Byron. So, what do you think is next for Shakur Stevenson?
Listen, I want Shakur Stevenson to, take some time with that ring belt and do not make the mistake of the future or the previous holder. And that is to go down in competition. I really want to see Shakur Stevenson go after Richardson Hitchens for his 140-pound title. And this is a fight that after Saturday, I'm very confident that I think Shakur can win this fight, but I want to see that jab that annihilated Kambosa up against this lightning jab of Shakur Stevenson. I'm talking about, I think that's another top 10 event. As far as Conor, I want to be relevant, Ben, jumping in the ring. This guy is fighting at 160, calling out people at 147, calling out people at 140. Sense. Listen, doesn't make sense. But I just want to see Shakur. I don't think he's going to go back to 135. He looked too good at 140. And that's not a kick on 135 because 135 is so good. It's such a good division. But I just think Shakur will be better battle tested at 140. I want to see him with guys that can bang. And Richardson Hitchens, this guy is all mouth. His next fight is at 140 or is it 147? I think it's
140 versus Oscar Duarte on that King Rye versus Barrios undercard.
Okay, King Lie. But but we have to see Hitchens versus Shakur next. And this is because, a lot of you, my man's included, want Keyshawn Davis to stay at 140, but I think Keyshawn Davis, based on his absolutely amazing performance, is now headed north to 147. So I want to see Shakur Stevenson stay at 140 and to attack champions. I don't want to see him fighting any up-and-comers, any contenders. Let's get this division unified, because it should have been unified a long time ago.
No, definitely. Shakur, 4-weight champion now. Wow. And I'm with you, Byron. I think now he set the standard now. I know he's been set the standard, but this last 2 fights, he has set the standard, and it should be nothing but quality championship fights for Shakur Stevenson going forward. Adi, what's your thoughts on Shakur's next fight?
Well, before this fight, I was hesitant to consider putting Shakur Stevenson in the top 5 pound-for-pound list, with his top 2 victories being over Oscar Valdez and William Zepeda. But now, he's up there with Alexander Usyk, Naoya Inoue, Bam Rodriguez, Dimitri Bivol, the Mexican monster. Yep. He has to be considered with all those guys to be a top 5 pound-for-pound dude in boxing in the entire world. Now, Shakur Stevenson, he says he wants legacy fights and he wants big money fights. So will he do what Byron just suggested? Will he go after the IBF champion, Richardson Hitchens? But Hitchens has a 6-inch reach advantage over Shakur Stevenson. So we just saw Stevenson do the outside boxing strategy against Teofimo, but would that work against Hitchens, who has his long reach, 74-inch reach?
He will have to be different. Yes. That's what I'm saying. I want to see him push it.
See him adjust. Yeah.
That would be. He would definitely have to adjust with that Hitchens jab. Okay, so that would be. But Hitchens has to get past Oscar Duarte in a couple of weeks. We can't. He's a very tough fighter. Duarte is. So we're not going to look past him. But we're going to see what Hitchens is going to say if he wins and beats Duarte. Who's he going to call out after that fight? Now, Shakur Stevenson, he is still the 135-pound WBC champion. So he could seek a unification fight with the IBF lightweight champion, Raymond Danger Morataya, who just upset the rising Cuban star, Andy Cruz. He can make the weight at 135. He has a lot of options. And so, I'll go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Because Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis.
Here we go. Yeah.
Here we go. They are hell-bent on drilling this false narrative in our head that they share the same parents.
Oh my God.
They don't.
I call you brother too.
Yes, you know, but they don't share the same parents. They're not the Charlo brothers. They're not the Klitschko brothers, okay?
They don't wanna fight.
If Keyshawn Davis stays at 140, he's the #1 contender. The #1 contender to Shakur Stevenson's WBO belt. So we want to see the best fight the best. Keyshawn looks great.
He got a point.
Shakur looks great.
Imagine up to 147.
Now if Keyshawn,
we saw Keyshawn on that same card.
Keyshawn called out Haney.
He did.
To 147.
But I'm gonna tell you this too, though. They see now, Keyshawn, he made a blunder in the post-fight interview. He was like, yeah, you know, I'll fight Haney. Then he started mentioning Lewis Crocker, who's at 147. He's the IBF champion at 147. But he also mentioned Dalton Smith, who's at 140.
Okay.
Now, you stay at 140, fuck Dalton Smith. Fight Shakur Stevenson.
That's the fight.
That's the fight.
That's the fight.
Yeah. So he said, talking about 140, now look, if you going to go up there and fight Haney, I wouldn't even work. All right, cool. If you're going to fight Haney over Shakur, I'm not going to complain about
He's
that.
fighting Haney.
But if you stay at 140 and fight Dalton Smith, I'm gonna be upset with that one right there. I'll tell you that.
Definitely. I mean, if it's 140, they both at 140. That should be the next fight, no doubt about it. So let's talk about Lopez. All right, obviously, Byron, you obviously been talking about it. Obviously, Teofimo's had a couple years going at the black fighters. Then he fought the black fighter and got destroyed, okay?
Right.
And I mean, he got beat pretty bad, you know. And so, Adi, what do you think is next for Teofimo Lopez? Is he? I mean, I wouldn't say it's the end of his career, nothing like that.
Oh, it's over. It's over.
How can he bounce back from this? Because that was, I ain't gonna say embarrassing, but he got thoroughly outclassed, outboxed, and he didn't look like he even belonged in the ring with Shakur Stevenson.
Well, he's 28 years old.
Yeah.
That's so he got some things going for him. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's bounced back from a loss before and looked great.
True.
In the past.
Yep.
So when Teofimo Lopez opponents are stationary like Arnold Barbosa or too aggressive like Josh Taylor, Teofimo looks fantastic.
He thrives. Yeah.
But against elusive movers and boxers like Jermaine Ortiz and Sandor Martin, Teofimo looks too frustrated, okay? This is why last spring, Teofimo Lopez, he sought out Canelo's trainer, Eddie Reynoso. He tried to hook up with him to train him for Barbosa, but Reynoso was too busy with Canelo, and Teofimo was upset with that. He never got a chance to do that. So Teofimo's father is his trainer, and it may be, it's time to move on. Sometimes, you know, his father give him good advice, but, you know, he been hearing his voice. He needs another voice. He needs somebody that's really a top-notch trainer out there that can pretty much help him with the cutting off the ring and things like that. Mm-hmm. And so the winner, also, his father said it's time for him to move up to 147. So Teofimo's father said, you know what? They move up to 147. So if they can go after the winner of King Rob versus Mario Barrios, they fight in a couple of weeks. I think Teofimo would be the favorite against either one of those guys. Barrios does have more height than Teofimo, but Barrios he's very stagnant. He doesn't move very well. And Ryan Garcia, he's erratic, and so I think Teofimo will be the favorite against the winner of that matchup. Also, Devin Haney is the WBO champ at 147, but I don't see Teofimo going after Devin Haney. Devin Haney.
So why do we want to see him with another belt and him playing keep away?
No. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't see him going after Devin Haney. Even though they've been talking shit for the last 5 years against each other. But if his first fight at 147 wouldn't be Haney, it would be like Barrios or King Rod. Right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
they've already tried to fight Tia. Yeah. Tia ducked Haney.
Man, listen. Brian, what's next for Teofimo Lopez? I mean, after being thoroughly dominating this fight, obviously he got to go back to the drawing board.
Mm-hmm. Look, man, you hate yourself. He admitted it. He admitted that he hated himself. You hate yourself right now. Look, Saturday, we saw an ass whooping that made a guy apologize to black people. You know, I didn't accept your apology, but I thought it was a cataclysmic ass whooping, you know, to put you on those terms. And then, I'm one of those guys. I know the emotions run deep after a fight, so I stay up. I don't go to bed. I'm on YouTube. I'm looking for them interviews, and I got one. I got a real good one. Extra emotional from Tia, and he actually said, "I hate myself." And I didn't feel sorry for you. You blame people like me who changed your dynamics. We never believed in you. We hated you because of the comments that you made. But when you make such insensitive comments that target a whole race of people, what the fuck do you expect, bro? What do you expect? You expect for us to embrace you and to treat you like you're a fighting champion when you fought tomato cans? I think on this show we give everybody a just way to go. Even though you have an outside you and an in-ring you, we kind of focus on that in-ring you. And the in-ring you is trash, just like the outside you. So, I think you made a horrendous mistake in stating that you were coming up to 147, because 147 is soon to be full of fighters that you have ducked for the last 3 years. And Gary Antoine Russell's moving up. Richardson Hitchens is moving up. And even Shakur Stevenson is talking about coming to 147. Not to mention, let me cook.
Nowhere to run. He got nowhere to run. He got nowhere to run.
Not to mention,
he got nowhere
to mention, the man that started it all, one Keyshawn Davis, because that is the black man who made you go on your racial tirades because you were jealous that a 9-0 Keyshawn Davis was getting the acclimates, but he was knocking people the F out, and you were ducking top tier competition. Listen, do you really want to go to 147? You need a new trainer, you need a new identity, and you need to get your confidence back. Because I swear on everything that I love, I knew Friday that he was going to get dominated in this fight. None of those antics moved me. I knew you looked scared. And Shakur looked confident. And when you moving up to 147 with boxers and guys with a lot more power, can you imagine a Teofimo versus Brian Norman Jr.? I hope it happens. I hope it happens. But I think you need to reinvent yourself. I think you need to stay in the division that you will be more successful, and that is the 140-pound division. And in this division, you will be the Keith Thurman of 140. You will be the gatekeeper. I don't want to see you with a title because you'll just hold it and you won't give up-and-coming talent that's worthy of a challenge a shot of it. I want to see you against up-and-comers. I want to see you up against the guys that are going to move up and migrate from 135 to 140. I want to see you fight them. I want you to get your confidence back, because what big fight would you win? Like, what big fight do you think that he's mentally prepared to win right now in 2026? I don't got an answer.
So let me ask you this scenario. If Ryan Garcia beats Barrios and you had Teofimo versus Ryan Garcia, two guys that you hate,
right?
Who are you picking?
This is what I'll say. I'll say that is an imagination land. And you've lived in imagination land for quite some time over the past.
It's a wonderful place.
Yes.
But Conor Ben is going to have first dibs at that guy. I think after this ass whooping, you're not Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo had black fans. No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have as much motion as your precious King La. and Mario Barrios is just like him. Just like he was at 140. He has a belt and he doesn't want to fight anybody. Yeah. He's only going to fight specific opponents. And I think Mario Barrios will take a fight with Conor Ben before he'll take a fight with Teofimo. So I think his best chance at being successful, one, is to get his confidence back. I don't think he should move up to 147 unless the scenario that you spoke on comes to fruition. If he gets a guarantee at the King La and Mario Barrios fight, then go ahead. But I'm going to tell you about this. There's a lot of names in line for that fight. Conor Ben wants smoke with them. Brian Norman Jr. wants smoke with them. Yeah. It's a lot of fighters that are better than Teofimo that are in line to get the winner of that fight. That is the battle. That is the garbage bowl. That is and everybody wants the winner because they know the winner's sweet. So I think his best bet, stay at 140. He has to switch up his corner because his dad is the worst trainer in boxing.
Yep.
And he has to get his confidence back. And hopefully he starts out this second day of Black History Month and stop taking shit at black boxers, because it's a lot of black boxers that are elite boxers and you can't beat them.
No, 100%. So Teofimo goes 22-2, 22-2, 13 knockouts. Obviously, still a good fighter. I'm not going, he's still a good fighter. He showed, but Shakur Stevenson, we got to give a shout out to Shakur Stevenson once again, because that was a boxing expedition, and it gave me feelings and sights that I used to see in the 2000s, in the late 2000s. I'm not gonna say his name, but it looked.
He looked like Pretty Boy.
Yeah, it looked very, very.
He ain't look like
similar.
money, but he look like Pretty.
I can't wait. Whoever he fights, Shakur Stevenson. Look, boxing fans.
Must see TV.
Must see TV. If Shakur is on, we need to go buy the pay-per-view, do whatever. We need to make sure, because this boy is bad. You've been watching Spectator Sporting. I'm Zach Roach, along with my partner, Mr. Adi Wally. Shout out to Byron. Before we go, make sure you go on YouTube, subscribe to that Spectator Sporting page, like, subscribe, comment, go on TikTok, go ahead and run those comments up, and if you're in your car, go ahead and turn on the Spotify in the meantime, in between time.
You're gonna hate yourself in the morning.
We out. Peace. Oh man, that was good.